Welcome to Call of the Pen World Series Edition. Happy Halloween. Today we're going to break down last night's game, and was a good game, decently boring, a little bit of excitement. You saw it. Scherzer is old, and I texted him like, if he can't walk out in the World Series, then we got problems. We got to figure it out. So his little back spasms, neck problems came up again. But what do you got, Steve? It was a pretty good game.
It was. By the way, I always heard you had a face for radio. Now having a mask this is an improvement. Um, yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good game. It was a good. It was a well pitched game, honestly. Scherzer looked fine. He got a little help in the outfield with that throw from Adalis. That was nasty.
Yeah.
I didn't think he had a chance. I'm like, why didn't he just throw it to second and then all of a sudden, bam, at home plate. I don't know if Christian Walker's just that slow, but obviously Adalis has a cannon for an arm.
Well, he hesitated.
So
He like stutter stepped first before he saw it down, which makes no sense.
yeah. So I don't know. It was a good throw. It was unfortunate Scherzer had to come out early, but I mean, man, Gray, the dude's a stud right now. Hasn't pitched really all year, right? And then kind of like Scherzer shows up late, but he looks sharp.
Well, he's a guy that always had great stuff. Couldn't stay healthy much, but he pitched in Colorado forever. But then Texas gives him a ton of money, and you're like, why were they doing that? And then
Yeah.
he's had up and down seasons. He had some runs and some really good starts, some dominant starts, and then some so-so starts. But I think he's making a name for himself in the postseason, which is all that matters.
Yep. It sets him up for next year too. I mean, if you can pitch well like this in the postseason, I mean, you have confidence going into the next year.
Yeah, you
Which,
add DeGrom into that rotation next year, man.
yeah, it's gonna be good. And Scherzer, right? Isn't Scherzer going back again?
Yeah, if he could
They
get out
extend
of his
him?
walker.
It's messed up, dude.
Unbelievable.
But anyways, what I'm really excited about is Spores. Since we're bullpen guys,
Yeah.
I mean that dude has been lights out. He hasn't yet. Oh man, I hate to say this, but he has yet to give up an inherited runner in the playoffs.
Well,
And
that's why they're moving on.
well, exactly. He is the reason why Chapman has to pitch the eighth and not Spores because he's a fireman.
Right.
You need your well, the clerk's probably your best arm, but you need one of your best arms to be that guy to bridge the gap. And they found the recipe with him and his curveball, or slider, whatever you want to call it. These days they switch the terminology all around. A sweeper.
Call it a breaking ball.
I'm going to call it a breaking ball. That thing is dirty.
He
The
didn't
the
have a
Alec
great
Thomas.
year. He did not have
No.
a great year. And when they went into Tampa, he was like their go-to guy. And I was like, this is kind of odd because he had like a 5-something ERA. But
Mm.
man, he's been dominant. He's made a few innings interesting, but he's been dominating.
He's hot right now, man. I mean, I'm comfortable giving him the rock at any point in that game. And because the Alec Thomas at bat for me was just incredible for Spurs. Thomas has been a pest this postseason, right? He's been a tough lefty AB, and he fouled off some good pitches, battled to 3-2, and I'm like, all right, it's a 3-run game at this point, 3-zip. If he gets on base here, Thomas, there's already a runner on first or second. If he gets on base here, a tying run comes to the plate. That's huge. So I'm like, there's no way he throws a 3-2 curveball unless he's got some guts. And he throws a hammer in there. I mean,
Yeah.
it was nasty. So it shows me that the guy's got some guts, man. He's not going to back down to anything.
Well, what do you got on Chapman? I mean, we've been saying he's going to make it interesting, and he did. I mean, it wasn't like rockets, but then he still gave up
He
the
got it
hits, gives
done.
up the runs, did give up a rocket. He got saved.
Here's the thing. Okay, it's true. All that is true, and it's like, oh, the Chapman experience. But what I liked about it is he just attacked with his fastball instead of trying to get cute with his slider, which I
Yeah,
don't think's a great pitch for him unless he sets it up with his fastball, and that's what he did. I mean, the
100%.
double down the line is a late swing, good piece of hitting, whatever. Broken bat after he jammed, was it Perdomo?
Yeah,
Jammed him, broke his bat, foul ball, and then broke his bat again. What are you going to do about it? It was a fastball 100 off the plate in. tip your cap, whatever. And then he ended up getting it done. You know, he made Corbin Carroll look stupid because why? Because he threw nothing but heaters, dotted up and away, down and away, and now he can do whatever he wants after. You know, Corbin Carroll's just trying to survive at that point. A slider right down the middle. Like, why didn't you swing at that? Well, he just saw 100 out of that same arm slot 5 times in a row. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tough pitch to offer at. I mean, I thought he looked kind of good. He just had bad luck.
Yeah. We'll see how it carries over today. And Leclerc looked absolutely dominant. Kind of happy for that guy. When he first came in, he was a big prospect. They gave him a big extension. Then he got hurt. Then he wasn't very good. But now he's just come into his own, making a name for himself.
Yep. Yeah. No, he looked great. Other than that one outing he had, was against the Astros where he gave it up. He's bounced back well. He really has. He's been
Yeah.
sharp. So
Well, he's
I
got
love that.
weapons.
Yeah.
When a
Are you doing?
closer can have a changeup, breaking
Yeah.
ball, and a 98 fastball, I mean, that's tough.
Right. You doing this whole thing with that mask on, by the way?
I am.
Commitment. I like it. See, just like Chapman committing to his fastball finally, trusting it. Oh, it's great. Yeah, I don't know. As suspect as the bullpen is, we've been kind of, well, not just we, everyone's been kind of, feeling like the bullpen's a little shady. They've thrown the ball well. They've got it done.
Their A
So,
team has done a good job. It's when the A team's not throwing, the other guys have not really kept them in the game. Luckily, they've had Jonathan Gray, who's absolutely saved them. Huge savior for
yeah,
that bullpen. But those other guys, they just haven't kept them in the game enough. But today's a new day, and they're at some. I mean, I think it's mostly a bullpen day. Heaney's starting, and the Diamondbacks are going bullpen games. So
yeah,
this is where the B and C teams show up, and now we're going to see the bullpen depth. And that, I mean, this series has been so unpredictable. It's crazy. I don't think we've been right one time.
yeah. It's been tough. I was right in Game 7 in Phillies. My bad, but
Well, yeah,
we
you
don't
were
have to
on a
talk
heater. I'm
about
talking about the World Series.
that. No, we haven't been right about the World Series. I'm just messing. So, anyways, I
Yeah.
don't know. Today, Heaney's starting bullpen day. I'm gonna go Diamondbacks today. I said that yes, Diamondbacks on yesterday's game. Obviously, I was wrong. You were wrong. We were wrong. Today, I'm
Yeah,
feeling
well,
like Diamondbacks are gonna jump on Heaney early. I love Heaney, but again, I'm not worried about their offense. Yesterday was tough. Gray's been hot. Scherzer threw the ball well enough, and yeah, I don't know. I got Diamondbacks today.
I've had a friend who calls himself the so-called fantasy football guru who's never actually won a championship, but he wanted to predict that we said that Simeon hits a homer today, just so we get that out there. So Steve, the so-called football guru, thinks he's hitting a homer today.
What's it? Why is that? Because Simeon had an RBI single yesterday, and that was a big hit.
Probably, I don't know. He just wanted to call it out. I don't know. Probably
It was a big hit for him.
Probably gonna go 0-for-5 with 3 punchies now, but
Hey, like we said, if Simeon gets hot though, that lineup it's just gonna be impossible to navigate
right.
through.
Well,
Tough
it
in
led
that
to 3
lineup.
runs. He gets the RBI. He's on base. Next, shocker! First pitch, homer
Yep.
from Seager.
Yeah. Yep.
I would say Diamondbacks do bounce back today. I think their depth is better, but it's going to be a grind. I mean, just make it a good
Yeah.
game. I can't even. This series is it's a great series, and all the games have been pretty interesting except for one. So
I got Diamondbacks today. Tomorrow is gonna be sketchy though.
who are the
Diamondbacks
starters
bullpen.
tomorrow?
Well, exactly. The Diamondbacks bullpen depth is just gonna be just worn thin.
They all
So
are.
well, it's gonna be much worse now. They had to go deep yesterday and then today as well.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna have to go deep today. Obviously, you're starting
Well,
bullpen
Heaney
day.
didn't
So
make it. I don't think he lasted an inning last time. So
that's true. Oof!
there's more
Imagine if
lefties
he
in
goes
this lineup.
5.
So
Imagine if Heaney goes 5, 1 run, let's say. That's so huge for their bullpen.
that
That's a
series
huge
might be over if
advantage.
that happens. But
Ugh. Yep. So it's gonna be interesting, as always. I love this
all right.
series.
Well,
I wish there was more viewers.
is there not getting a lot of views?
It was the worst World Series Game 1 viewership I think of all time, or around that area. Yeah, not good.
That's not good.
It's too bad because there's just fun teams to watch. So,
I know.
but it's just not a big market. Arizona's not a huge market, so I get it. But it's just unfortunate.
That's why I was scared the umpires were gonna screw the Diamondbacks against Philly.
That's right. They didn't though. They held it in check.
Oh, but the Diamondbacks did get screwed last night. They should have had a leadoff walk in the ninth. That was terrible.
Yeah. What was it? Right off the Leclerc sliders off the plate, right?
Yeah, 3-1 off the
Yeah.
plate. Come on, changes the whole inning.
Yep. True.
Anyways. All right, so we
Well,
both got D-backs today. I'm going to go with D-backs too. I say they bounce back, but the bullpen depth on both sides is going to get crazy tested, and then this is going to make a crazy game 5. So,
yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, we're both bullpen guys, so we kind of we kind of get excited about these things. So
these are the days that I'm so excited to go to because you know you're pitching, like you just know, and it's going to be some good leverage, good energy. I mean, you just can't wait to get to the field and get it going.
are you sleeping well last night? Did you sleep well? Like
No,
if
I
you're one of
crashed
them?
at practice. I crashed at practice last night, so my whole body hurts today.
I mean, if you're one of the D-backs players, knowing you're going to pitch today in a World
Oh,
Series game.
no, I probably got a little anxiety for sure.
So timeout. You wiped out yesterday in practice?
Yeah, I had a new front tire on. You're supposed to wear it, like wear in the new tires before you really get on the track, and I didn't do that. So I just was going around the first turn, just goes right from under me, and my left hips never hurt so bad.
So now you got a bum hip and a bum ankle. When's your championship?
3 weeks.
You better clean it up.
Oh,
Get
it
that
hurt so
big toe
bad.
flexible.
Oh man, I can't even. I thought it was just gonna be a nasty scrape, which it is, but now this morning wakes up and the age kicks in, and it just feels like the biggest bone bruise ever. Probably have a cracked hip or something.
Well, wear that front tire out a little bit more.
Well, I thought I did.
You're crazy, man. All right.
Anyways,
Well, ice that hip. Watch the game tonight.
happy
Talk about it tomorrow.
Halloween. I'm gonna go scare the crap out of some kids all night. So
There you go. I'm gonna be chasing my girls as Bowser on my little Mario Kart. Videos to come.
all right, we'll check back in tomorrow morning and review today's game. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you, bro.